On this edition of the Dimp Digital Podcast, Abs is joined by Dave Salmon as they round up 2015 for the PC gamer.
To be honest, PC, you didn't really miss a great deal, which I find quite good, that a lot of stuff come out on PC as well as the consoles, even stuff that was only on the PS4 for consoles, say something like Rocket League. It seems like whoever's in charge of publishing those games are kind of saying, okay, it's a console exclusive, but we still want it on PC.
They also deep dive into virtual reality in 2016.
What if they all come out at the same time? Vive was 550, Oculus was 500, PlayStation's 300.
Still get the Vive, definitely.
And they cap things off discussing the future of Nintendo.
So if you look at this year, what was made, the few games that were made, and they were all by Nintendo, were good.
Yeah.
And I just think it'll be the same this year. And then when that NX comes out, I think that'll be it. Because I don't think it's going to be backward compatibility.
All that and much, much more on the Dimp Digital Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Dimp Digital Podcast. We're on episode number 50, and this time we got myself Apps and Hogsworth, Dave Salmon. How you doing, mate?
Hogsworth, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. So we're still in January, so in my opinion, we are still within our rights to sort of take a look back on 2015 and get your view. I'm sure you've got a slightly different perspective on what the other guys have had since they've been on. So, I mean, as a whole, how was 2015 for gaming for you?
For me, it was a strange one. It wasn't a bad one. There was a lot of good games, like loads of good games. But for me, nothing stood out. And I listened to the last pod, and it was Hall.
Yeah.
He's, you've done the top three.
Yeah. I'm surprised you listened.
Yeah, no, I listened to the car the other day, actually. And that was, I totally agreed with him. With me, it wasn't because, of achievements. Achievements, but it wasn't because of that. Nothing really stood out for me. Although there was, I've got a load of games here that were good games, but just nothing was. I couldn't think of one game that was, really stood out for me in the whole year.
Right.
Which is quite rare.
Yeah, there was a ton of games out, but that's very similar to what he said. A lot of people said that 2014 wasn't a great year for games. Do you think that's accurate? Do you think 2015 was a step in the right direction, or are you sort of on the opposite? Did you prefer 2014 over 2015?
Do you know what?
Cast your mind back. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I can't even think now. What came out in 2014? Yeah. I think more. Wasn't 2000? Was that like sort of the start of the Xbox One and the PS4?
It'd already been out a year at that point.
Oh, had it?
Yeah. So.
There's probably more on Nintendo, certainly. I'm guessing that year.
Yeah, there was. I mean, that's when you had Bayonetta and.
I think Mario Kart.
Yes, Mario Kart come out. Yeah.
So it's probably a better year for them. I'm not sure if I was probably still playing Warcraft as well.
Right. Yeah.
So it probably was a better year.
Yeah.
For me, anyway, and not as a whole.
No.
But yeah, just not. As I say, lots of good games, but nothing that stood out for me. But that's just me personally. A lot of people may think differently.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why we have different people on when we can. In general, looking at the Wii U, how did you find this year compared to perhaps last year? I mean, was it, you had Splatoon, which you're a massive fan of, and you've sung its praises plenty of times. Was there anything else that stood out for you, or do you think it was a bit too quiet for the Wii U?
I was very quiet. There was nothing else that stood out.
No,
definitely not. I mean, I'll say that. I mean, Mario Maker was.
Oh yeah.
It was big. I like it. I got it.
Yeah.
I haven't played it that much, but that's obviously with my house move and all the rest of it. I've just not played too much lately, but it is good. But yeah, them two games really. We had Woolly World. Yeah, it's a good game, but again, it's another one of them good games that didn't stand out.
No.
I can't think of anything else.
No, I mean, that's what I was sort of scratching at. I didn't know. I mean, obviously, if you only had that, you wouldn't have had a lot to feast on, would you? Compared to, like you said, you've got your PC as a PC game. I mean, to be honest, PC, you didn't really miss a great deal, which I find quite good, that a lot of stuff come out on PC as well as the consoles, even stuff that was only on the PS4 for console, say something like Rocket League. It seems like Sony or whoever's in charge of publishing those games are kind of saying, okay, it's a console exclusive, but we still want it on PC. And previously, there'll be probably some of those games that wouldn't have appeared at all, or if not very later.
That's right, yeah. It's been, even though, as I say, there's not been anything stand out, even on the PC, I've sort of gone back to PC now. I'm always on the computer. StarCraft, Legacy of the Void.
Yeah.
I mentioned that on the pod, but that's a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be into it. If you're not into it, no one even really knows what it is. But I actually bought Call of Duty
on the PC.
PC, yeah, the newest one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Recently. I've not bought one for years. Modern Warfare 2. It was the last one I had.
Yeah.
Which was good, but all the others, you don't need to go on about COD. I know you've done enough on that, but it's all right. It's quite good.
Yeah.
I think it runs really well on the consoles anyway, doesn't it, COD?
Yeah. No, they always optimise it. It's obviously not going to look as good, but it runs rock solid, which is what they seem to aim for.
I mean, we've done more zombies than actually playing the online, but
yeah,
I've quite enjoyed that.
Excellent. So, I mean, looking at 2015 in terms of the games, what are the standout games for you? I mean, you said you didn't really have any, to be honest, but were there any that you particularly enjoyed that you thought, well, if I was making my own list, I'd probably put these on there?
Well, I put a few down. Just PC, do you mean, or anything?
Could be anything, really. I mean, yeah, if you're struggling, then by all means.
I stuck down Splatoon, Mario Maker, Witcher 3, StarCraft, Legacy of the Void, Black Ops 3, Rocket League, Project Cars, Rare Replay, and I put Yoshi Woolly World, although, as I say, it was just okay, that game. But then so was Rare Replay, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it, really, and I had to really struggle for that list. I sort of went on the internet and looked at what come out this year, and I was going down the list. I was like, something good has got to come.
Yeah.
And also realised that I don't think I've completed a game this year that came out this year, 2015.
So like The Witcher's like 70 hours or whatever. That's a tough one.
But unfortunately, it's just been a sort of a good year, but that's about it. Nothing to really shout about on any platform, I don't think.
No. Was there anything that you were looking forward to that didn't deliver to your expectations, that you was expecting to blow you away and just was okay in the end, or something that you thought was going to be really good and ended up being bad?
Not that I was massively looking forward to it, but I have got every Mario Tennis game so far.
Yeah.
And this one, I don't know if you see any reviews.
Got one mode.
But yeah, the gameplay was quite good. A mate of mine come round, we had a game, he was like, this is quite cool, and that was that. But that's all you could do, was sort of just have a match, and that big mushroom that was crap anyway would get thrown in, and you'd be really big, and you couldn't really see properly.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
handy
he just said, can we just do a classic match? And I was like, oh yeah.
I suppose so.
And that's it. It was crap. And what you couldn't even do is, because I got it so that my mate would get it, we'd play online.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even do an online game with your mates.
Really? There's no online functionality?
But you could do online, but you couldn't
matchmake.
Yeah, you couldn't do a matchmake.
Oh my god, that is appalling. I didn't know that. I knew it didn't have like a career or tour mode for offline, but I didn't realise you couldn't matchmake with someone. That is for a 1v1 game. Like, you want to play against your mates a lot of the time.
Of course, yeah. So I sold that, and the woman said she didn't receive it, so I've got to give her the money back.
Oh my goodness.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Royal Mail, thanks very much for that one. Let's move on to 2016 for yourself, and I want to start with VR, virtual reality, because from previous conversations with you seemed pretty on board with VR. You was enjoying it.
Yep.
And you was up for looking at a headset. Potentially, VR could be a game changer. It's going to be its first year this year when the main headsets are released. Do you expect it to take off in 2016? And are you hopeful it does?
I'm hopeful it does. I think it will take off eventually, but it's only pricing that makes me think it might not. I can't see. People will go out and buy their kids a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Are they going to buy them one of these headsets that potentially going to cost a fortune?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I really enjoy them. If you can get over the motion sickness,
you're laughing.
Which we'll come to, which I had.
Right.
Then I think you're laughing, because I mean, I even enjoyed the PlayStation one.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. All three of them at. I mean, I played a shit game at EGX this year.
What one? The kitchen.
No, on the PlayStation I played the car one.
Oh right, yeah, the heist.
Yeah, I thought it was gimmicky, but I thought it was good. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
On the Oculus this year, I played a roller coaster sim thing. It was crap.
What, you just sat on a roller coaster, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and sticked about. I didn't really enjoy it.
It's not a game, is it?
But last year I played that Valkyrie space one.
Yeah.
They seem to be promoting that all over the place. Mm-hmm. That was okay, but the headset was great. Just looking around, it was the first time I'd had a go on one.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the Hive that blew me away at EGX.
Yeah.
With Crystal Rift.
Yeah.
Pretty average game, dungeon thing. 15 quid on Steam seems a bit steep. I was going to buy it. I thought it'd be like a fiver.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I think without the VR it'd be crap. But yeah, it was really good. Everything about it was just fantastic. But I played for about 15 minutes. You just played till you died, basically.
Yeah.
You were good at it. You could be on it for half an hour. Which my mate was. He come off. He couldn't stand up. He had to sit down.
Oh, really?
Feel well for hours afterwards.
Wow.
And that's pretty worrying, isn't it?
He hadn't been drinking, had he?
No, we hadn't even drunk. We had a couple of beers the night before. Yeah, we wasn't hungover or anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is a concern, because people will spend hours on these. Like hours, he was probably wanting a half hour, 45 minutes. People will try and spend 2-3 hours on these things like they do normally.
For sure, yeah.
So that is definitely a bit of a concern. Looking at the pricing point you mentioned, obviously a week and a half ago or so, Oculus released their pre-order section. £500 a pop.
Yep.
That will, that's English pounds, I think it's $599 US. That'll get you the headset, the remote, all the cables, Xbox One controller. I still don't understand why they're doing that, Microsoft, but whatever. And Valkyrie and a game called Lucky's Tale. On the face of it, is that the sort of pricing you was expecting from the Oculus? We've not had any come out yet, although by the time we drop this, someone else might have come out and released it. Yeah,
well, when I played on I keep calling it the Hive. It's the Vive, isn't it?
Well, I think Hive's a good name. HTC Vive Hive. I'll give it that.
There you go.
I think you can get away with that. Yeah. People probably going, "Oh, you're crap. You don't know what you're talking about." But I think the Hive's a better name, if anything.
Yeah, there you go. Well, when we was in the queue for that, I was speaking to. He was a promoter for it.
He loves it.
But he actually said that he loved all of them. He wasn't really picking. I was sort of asking him what's the best and all that.
What's he doing there?
He said that the Hive was the best one for gaming.
Yeah.
The Oculus was the best all-rounder.
Yeah.
He did say something good about the PlayStation one, but honestly, I can't remember what he said though.
Yeah.
But he did say something, but maybe I wasn't really interested in that one, so I probably didn't ask too much about it.
No.
But that's what he said, so I didn't really know what to make of that. So, well, best all-rounder, well, what else am I going to be doing?
Yeah.
Instead of gaming. But anyway, he said
roller coaster sims.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You just don't want that, do you? That is poor.
Yeah.
But he said that the Hive will be, he guessed, about £500, and he said that will be the dearest one.
Right.
So if that come out at £500, because it really blew my mind when I put it on. Like, I was like, this is the bollocks.
Did you get to walk around in it, or was you stationary?
No. Yeah, you had to sign up for that. We didn't have a clue. We just turned up blind.
Right, so you
got a PlayStation one.
So that's interesting, because Tom Adkins played it and he signed up and got to walk around and stuff, and he said that blew his mind. But you've played it pretty much on par with the PlayStation VR and the Oculus Rift doing the same thing, and you're still saying that's the best one.
Oh, by a long shot.
That's amazing.
Although I feel like I need to have another go on the Oculus with a good game.
Yeah.
Because I did play that Valkyrie. It was at not EGX Gone, the one before. So it was quite an early build. It was like a dev kit 2, I think. I don't know if there's got any more yet. I suppose this is probably the final one now. It's coming. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 dev kit, whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I do need to have another go on that, because I think by go in the same day playing that Hive and then playing the roller coaster thing on the Oculus really pushed me to that one.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have done really. They are both really good, but yeah, the Vive definitely
is ahead.
Yeah, at the moment. Yeah, but again, pricing. I am the sort of sad bastard who doesn't. £500 doesn't put me off.
No,
because I thought it was that good.
Oh, you'd pay it. Well, the thing I always say is that when you buy a smartphone these days, you want to buy that outright. Talking £800.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And and everyone's got one, and you're paying more for a contract as well over the course of 2 years.
Yeah, of course.
You pay up to £1,000 for that. I know you get calls included, but it's beside the point. Like, you're paying a lot of money for a smart device. It's going to be interesting to see whether people adopt VR in the same manner and say, well, I'm spending £800 every couple of years on a new smartphone. Will I now invest in a piece of technology that's hopefully going to last half a decade? Yeah. At least when it comes on it. I wanted to ask you, you say you hope for it takes off. Obviously, the price might hinge on whether it does or not. Are you at all concerned that this could be the next kind of like Kinect or the next fad, and we get an influx of publishers that want their games to be VR capable, and their focus shifts from progressing gaming as we know it with a controller to perhaps having titles that are a little bit dumbed down to allow VR functionality and capability? So is that worry you that, you've said that in 2015 there was no kind of real standout game for you, that having VR coming out means there's more of a focus on that than your typical gaming? Is that concern you at all?
No, I don't think so. With me, all the gimmicks that have come out, all I can think of is the Wii sensor, the Wii remote, and the Kinect.
Yeah.
Both of them, I didn't say day one these are crap. I might have done with the Kinect, but I just said, like, these are extras. They're a bit of fun on the side. They're good, but they're never going to take over.
No.
With this is not going to take over. I think it's a similar sort of thing, but I do think it's better. Like, if you go on Steam, I can't find it now, but there's a Steam VR section. It's probably on the store.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be like that. Like, you have your normal games, in your library or whatever, and then you'll be able to click, say, Steam VR.
Yeah.
And then it is there. Sorry. So where you've got games, you can go and installed. All that bollocks. There's a section for Steam VR. Obviously, there's nothing in there on mine at the moment. No. But I just think it'll be like an extra but it's a really cool extra that I think a lot of people will want. Whether they can afford it or whether they think it's worth paying out for that, I don't know. But I do think that, unless it does, it would not surprise me at all if it came out and then it's all over the news. Oh, kids are being sick all over the place. It probably won't be sick. It'll probably be adults.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
It's like roller coasters when adults don't want to go on them.
Yeah.
I used to go mad for them when I was younger, but now I'll still go on one, but I'm not bothered. No. I don't go to the theme park and I've got to go on that. I think,
got to queue up 3 hours for that one.
Up now for that, and then I'm going to be scared when I get on it. That is ridiculous. But I hope it doesn't. I hope that doesn't happen, and it probably won't. But it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's my only concern with it, is that the publishers see money. They go, well, look, VR, everyone wants a bit of that. There's a lot of these units out there. Let's make our game VR compatible and sacrifice some of the development to making the game better as it is, like a classic way of playing it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's my only worry, and I know that's probably completely unfounded, but business is a business, and they'll go where the money is, essentially.
I think you're right. Well, look at Rare. It's kind of similar. They went off and done all the Kinect games. Shit, I even bought one of them. I bought the one on the Xbox One when I first got it.
Yeah. And what a waste of talent that is, really.
It's poor, isn't it? All the great stuff they used to do on Nintendo. I don't know if the same people are there. I don't know enough,
I think there's a few, but a lot of them have moved on, haven't they? And done what? But yeah, you're right. That's a classic example there of, that's probably Microsoft's choice, because they signed them up to develop exclusively for them. They said, right, let's put you on Kinect. That's our new venture. This is going to be the difference in gaming. They stuck them on there, and it was a failure, really. Yeah. Especially Kinect 2.0, which is still an absolute disgrace.
Kinect 2.0 right now is behind my TV because it looks ugly at the front.
Yeah.
I don't use it, so I've just hidden it.
No, I only use it for voice commands.
Yeah.
So probably not needed either, but that's down to laziness. So given the choice, and I think I know the answer to this already based on what you've said, say Dimp Digital hits the big time, so we bankroll all this for you. We give you the system that you want, we give you, or the system you need to use it, so if it's PlayStation, PC, we give you a living quarters to play it in. So for thinking Vive here to do that, we give you the headset. Which VR system is going to be your preference?
So my preference will be the Vive.
Yeah.
But I do think the Oculus is going to have more software.
Right. Yeah.
It seems to be the big one that everyone sort of seems to be talking about. Although but then the Vive is the Steam one. big pull for me.
That is a good point. Yes.
There's so many games on Steam. Steam's getting really big now.
Yeah.
Compared to what it was, like not on a level of PlayStation, I'm sure, but.
No, but you were saying the prices aren't what they should be, though. It's a bit expensive.
Steam. Well, yeah, for the new like AAA games that come out, I've noticed a few on there at like $49.99. I think you laugh. You go to G2A and it's £10. What are you doing? The CD keys and all that, they're brand new ones are like 30. Go on Steam, and some of them, but the Steam sale's just gone, hasn't it? I don't know if you looked at that.
Yeah.
I think I spent £20. It got about 8 games.
Sure.
Like all indies, and I got that Wolf Among Us.
Right, yeah.
Finished it now.
It?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to get the Borderlands one next.
It's hilarious. It's so good, that.
Yeah.
Can't recommend that one enough. So you're saying if we were to bankroll this, you probably would go for the Vive, providing it had the software to back it. Which, to be honest, you can't really tell at the start of any generation of new things, can you? No one knows what's going to happen until probably a year or so down the line.
That's right. Yeah.
That's a tricky one.
I think you'll be happy with either, providing that it takes off.
Yeah.
I would go out of them too, unless you have to go for the PlayStation one.
Yeah.
But, like I say, I did enjoy playing on that. But it just felt a bit gimmicky. That was all.
Yeah. I mean, I'd choose if I was in that situation. I had everything set up. I had a PC to run it. I had a nice open space. I'd definitely choose the HTC, because I think just being able to move around and to track you, that's the ultimate.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the ultimate.
Have that, are they? Who
no.
Have that.
Well.
I mean, maybe as you say, if it's brilliant, you've got to think like later on kitting out something in the garden or something, but you're going to want it all out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like in a summer house or something.
Yeah.
Literally on the floor in the garden walking about.
That's what I'm saying. In an ideal world, that's what I'd have if I had the space for it. Practically speaking, so what's going to be realistic? Are you still likely to invest in the HTC over the Oculus, do you think?
Yeah, it really is a tough one, because it's so much money to buy something and then find out that you can't handle it because you're going to be sick.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But I will probably not be sensible and just buy it anyway. Yeah, the Hive, unless it costs a fortune.
Then sell it on and have to reimburse someone when it doesn't arrive.
That's it, yeah.
Collection only, definitely recommend that.
That's it. Can't
be put up with that. Do you think you're going to get one this year then?
I hope so, but there's no. They sort of said early 2016 for all of them, didn't they?
Well, I can't. Exactly. It's getting to, we're in early 2016. I think now, based on the pre-orders. So what I'd read was that Oculus were going to do it end of March, but they said there will be enough stock for everyone that wants to pre-order. So there won't be any lulls in stock. If they run out, they will just push back the launch date. And what I've read already today was that it could be May now. It's saying on the website May, as of this recording, so it's already moved a couple of months from what they'd originally said. So that's a weird way of doing it. I mean, delaying it so everyone can. I get the idea behind it, but if it gets really popular, it'll be going on to fucking Christmas. Keep pushing it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I reckon mid this year, maybe autumn this year for some of the others, like a Christmas type thingy-jig. That's what we're going to see. I think for convenience for me, I mean, I've not got a PC that's going to run the HTC or the Oculus, so convenience for me would probably be PlayStation VR. And
would you get it? Would you pay out for it?
Well, this is the question. Now, I have heard that it's going to be the same price as a console. When they say that, I guess they mean when the console was first released. So you're looking at 400, perhaps 350 if we're lucky. I don't know. It's a tough one. Again, it's going to rely on the software, because I imagine a lot of the software won't be multi-platform. They're going to be quite exclusive.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think a lot of the Oculus, whether it be Oculus, HTC or PlayStation, will tie down the people making the software, saying you only release it on our platform, and that's going to be quite fragmented, which would be a bit of a pain. Would I get one? I'd have to look at it. I know Biff will probably get one, so I could just go around his house.
That's the thing. That's what you want to do, isn't it?
Play it on the cheap, yeah, and make sure I don't get it. I mean, I've only played one for 10 minutes. I felt okay, but you don't know really.
Yeah, but I felt fine on that. I felt fine on the PlayStation 1. And that
really? And what was
absolutely
it?
Fine. It was only the Hive that done me. All the others were fine.
Ah, that's quite interesting feedback there. Did you tell him that, or did you just sort of walk off and go? Oh.
No, I wasn't in such a state as my mate was.
No, we'd been on it half a day.
Yeah, everyone, I'd seen loads of kids in front of me were fine.
Yeah.
And 3 of us went on it at the same time, and the other guy was fine. It was just one was in bits, and I was just a little bit lightheaded. I was all right, really. But I was only on it for 15 minutes.
Yeah. You don't know, do you? Well, I mean, yeah, as I said, I'd probably get the PlayStation. I assume it's going to be plug and play simply into that PlayStation. That's going to be a big appeal of it. They've got 35 million units out there. And I think this could be a big success for PlayStation, providing they support it correctly.
PlayStation,
they tend to leave
whatever
things.
They want, and it will be a big success.
Yeah, they've done a real good job.
It's just I still don't get it. I went to Tesco the other day. I was just going up the escalator, and I just looked down, and they had like a big display for PlayStation and a big display for Xbox One.
Yeah.
I wasn't comparing them, but I think every single game I know we've had this discussion so many times, every game in the PlayStation One was third party. Every single one. Yeah. There's 1,000 people in a queue trying to buy them.
Yeah, they love it.
I don't get it. I really don't. But that's just how it is, and that's why I think. Yeah, you're right. I think there definitely will be a success on there, because even if it's shit, everyone will buy it.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people that will, certainly, yeah.
Pretty much.
We'll see.
PlayStation product. But I don't think it will be shit, though, saying that. I think it will be quite good.
Yeah.
I might even get one. If it's reason, I'm not going to spend 500 on that one and then go and spend 50 on a PlayStation one as well. But, you know, in the rare case that it was reasonable, I might get it. Give me a reason to have a go on the PlayStation.
What if they all come out at the same time? Vive was 550, Oculus was 500, PlayStation's 300.
Still get the Vive, definitely. There was a big difference between the Oculus. Then I'd think about it.
Right, yeah.
50 quid, I think I'd still get it. If the Oculus come out at 350 and the other one was 550, I'd definitely have a think about it. Yeah. But again, it's about. So I won't pre-order. Well, no, sorry, I probably will pre-order the Oculus just in case.
Yeah.
Everyone wants it when it comes out. It'll be like there will be on eBay. It'll be that.
Yeah.
But will we get a good look at software before? I don't know. I mean, there's so much. That's the thing with the Oculus. There's been so much stuff out for it already because everyone's had dev kits.
Exactly. They've handed out dev kits for years now, haven't they?
Yeah. So
and people have bought them.
Like I said about software with that one, you might get a better idea. And if all it needs is 3 quality games. Just like, I mean, not many consoles come with that now at launch.
No, none.
If it has 3 quality games, that could even pull me in. If them games were really good.
Yeah.
And the Vive's got another 6 months till it comes out.
Yeah.
That could pull me in, and that's likely.
Yeah, it definitely could happen. What are you looking for in a VR game? Then are you looking for some sort of first person game, which a lot of them are? Would you take a look at, say, a third person action adventure game where you're kind of immersed into the world, but you've still got a camera behind the character? What are you looking for out of virtual reality when it comes to gaming?
Well, I think games like first person shooters, things like that, definitely not.
Too fast.
Yeah, I'm happy how they are. I don't need VR for that.
No.
I'm looking more for racing games with a wheel.
Imagine Project. Yeah, that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Sort of just looking to the side and there's your mate. Or behind and stuff like that. That'd be great.
Watching films together.
Films.
You can sit in the cinema and watch it together.
Yeah, I know.
I think Netflix are doing that, aren't they, with Oculus?
Well, that's the thing. That's what that guy said again in that queue, was saying about films and all that. But I'm not sure, really. I think I'm quite happy still. It could change my mind if it's good, but I've got a decent setup in my living room with surround sound and all that.
Spent a lot of money on that, getting that sorted.
Yeah, I'd be a bit gutted if they're like, this is much better than all that shit you've got, mate. It doesn't take up all the room either.
Nah.
And but I don't know. But
scuba diving.
Yeah, it's more for them sort of immersive experiences, I think, rather than the sort of games I always play. Like that Valkyrie, the game was quite basic. Things like that, would be great. I'm just looking at these games now I've got on my list, looking forward to. Yeah. Probably none of them.
None of those.
Any of them. No, I don't think I'd want the VR on any of them. But that's the thing. I'm quite looking forward to a new experience.
Sure.
I think we've really needed one for ages. Nintendo tried it and messed up. PlayStation, Xbox have just upgraded. They just made them got better graphics.
Status quo in it, yeah.
Yeah. So this is finally a new thing. I think probably, like you said about the Kinect and all that, but the Wii Remote thing actually did. It wasn't my cup of tea, but it was a nice, refreshing new thing. And that's why it done so well.
Sold a shitload as well.
Yeah, it might. But I'm excited for it. That's for sure. But the most excited I've been, I think, in years for a new thing in gaming. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this has got potential to go very far if they get it right. We'll see. We'll have to see how it all pans out. But 2016 certainly is going to be the year of virtual reality, good or bad, I think, providing they get all the systems out.
Well, I hope so. It probably will be 17, won't it? We'll probably be saying this at the start. Everyone's finally got one now. It's like March 2017, but hopefully not. I'm sure, Oculus anyway. If you want them, I think you'd have an Oculus by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. I think so as well. So that's VR done. You mentioned the games list that you'd compiled. Let's look at some specific games. I wanted to start with one that you've pre-ordered, which comes out on the 28th of January. It's Rise of the Tomb Raider on PC. Yeah. It got a decent reception when it made its debut on Xbox One. Do you think it's going to be a good one? You like the reboot, the original Tomb Raider reboot they did a couple of years ago. So you're expecting this to be more down that path and just, improved and refining things? Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, a mate of mine had it on the Xbox, and he said it was really good. He said it was pretty much the same as the other one.
Right,
I don't think
it's not a bad thing.
Much. No, it's right. There's no point in changing it. I thought it was great. Mm-hmm. So I am expecting more of the same. Just with the new story, there might be a few more additions, maybe. But I saw it being played at EGX, but it didn't look great. It was on a huge screen, and it didn't look like it was running very well.
Right.
I thought, what's all that? Why are you showing that?
Yeah, get that off.
It looks crap. But then my mate got it and said, no, it's fine. Said it runs really well.
On Xbox One, yeah?
Yeah, that was on Xbox One, yeah.
Yeah.
So, not too much to say about it. I just think the last one was great. I'd rather have it on PC, so it suits me. Yeah. And it's £20.
Yeah, that's a decent price.
Yeah, no-brainer, really.
Would you wait if it was, say, if the PC was the back end of this year, so November 2016? Would you think you would have waited, or do you think you just would have got it on Xbox One?
I would have definitely borrowed it off him. No reason not to. No. I was probably going to borrow it off him pretty soon anyway. So.
But then realised the date was around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, great news. Yeah, it just come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Excellent. What else does 2016 hold for you game wise then? Is there off sort of the top of your list? Exclude any VR titles, but you didn't sound like there was any on there anyway.
Yeah, no, there isn't any. No, I've got quite a few. I'm trying to find one that you didn't mention in your pod.
Yeah.
Which most of them.
Well, the thing is that was yeah. I mean the fantasy draft, that was kind of what we thought would do well with the critics, not necessarily ones that would.
Oh, that's right.
Always play. I mean, I know you're a big fan of Street Fighter, so I imagine that's on your list
definitely.
somewhere.
That's probably my most anticipated game, I think.
Oh, really?
Looking forward to that. Yeah, I don't know what to get it on.
Well, no. Have you ever had it on a PC platform?
Yeah, I've got 4 on PC. All of them, like the silly Ultra and Super Duper and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just as good.
Yeah.
But what worries me is it going to have the players? Of course it will, because it's
cross-platform.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
It should do.
And saying that, they say that about Rocket League.
Is it a lie?
Well, kind of. I could play with you, but we can't.
We never know.
Yeah, we can't arrange a game.
So if all your mates get it on PS4, you're up a creek.
Yeah, that's right. But I only know one other person who's getting it, and he's getting it on PC, so that will probably do it for me. But I don't know, I'd quite like it on PS4. And they're saying that you don't need to. I've got a stick on a PC, but they're saying that they've made this one so that you haven't really got much of an advantage.
Right, yeah.
So that's quite good. So I don't know what I'll get it on, but I think it'll be just as good on either platform anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd imagine so as well. So that's Street Fighter 5, probably the most anticipated. What else we got?
So I've got Dark Souls 3, been mentioned, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'll put that down as it's one of my anticipated ones. Have you ever played a Dark Souls game before?
I've got Dark Souls 1.
Yeah,
it was too dated by the time I got it for like £3, I'd say.
Yeah.
So it was too dated. I did try. But yeah, it didn't look too.
It's rock hard and dated. If it ain't dealing with this,
pretty much
easier, isn't it?
Yeah. I played 2. I got a dodgy copy of it. Played it for a bit, then I was like, right, I'm going to get it because it's good, and I just didn't get around to it.
No.
Then you sort of, I was thinking, it was in the Steam sale again the other day. But I'm thinking, I could just borrow Bloodborne off of you.
Yeah.
That's like, is it even worth getting into that? But I still want to finish The Witcher. I've got Dragon Age Inquisition now as well.
Yeah.
It's just getting silly. So no, so I haven't been bothered with 2, but I know how good they are, and I listen to another podcast that's always bang on about Dark Souls.
Yeah.
So I do want to. I'm definitely going to get 3.
Yeah, I think I'll be getting that, unless for whatever reason there's something wrong with it, and it comes.
Of course,
then I definitely won't. And what I'll do, I've still got Bloodborne, is I'll probably get the DLC for that, and then just use that as sort of like my fix.
I thought you'd have got that already.
Well, I was going to, but like you, there is a clog of games that need to be dealt with, and it seems a bit too soon to be going back to that. I kind of want to give it a nice good rest and then go back to it. What I didn't realise, you got to play for about 5-6 hours of the game to get to the point to unlock the DLC, so I should have done that really, but I haven't. I probably will get round to it, but if Dark Souls 3 comes out and it's amazing, then I might not even go back to Bloodborne, because although they're similar, they seem to play quite a bit differently. Dark Souls is a bit more slower, you've got a shield, it's a bit more defensive, whereas Bloodborne, you kind of got to get in the face and push forward. So I don't know if I'd ever go back to Bloodborne.
I might. Same studio, is it?
Yeah, same. Yeah, I mean, that's a concern for me. The fact they've released 2 games in 2 years, that's a big worry for me.
Yeah.
That concerns me slightly, because I just don't think that's anywhere near enough time for 2 separate games. It's not even like it's Dark Souls 2 that was released last year. It was Bloodborne, a whole new aesthetic. I know the engine's the same, but I don't know. I'm a little bit worried on that way that it's going to be a tad rushed. But
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'll wait to see what Dark Souls 3, how that's looking, and then if it's looking good, drop Bloodborne probably for good.
Yeah.
And concentrate on Dark Souls.
I think it'll be good. Even though I agree with what you just said, but yeah, you don't normally get 2 quality games, then one shit one. You might get you might not add up like the other 2, but I think it'd be good.
No, yeah. So Dark Souls 3, both got that.
Yep, I have also. Well, the only one I've got on my list that you haven't spoken about already. I know it's 2. I've got Zelda Twilight Princess HD.
Yep.
Now, I probably wouldn't have bothered with that, but I didn't finish it on the
so you might as well.
Week. So yeah,
perfect chance.
Go, but not really much to say. It's just another remake, isn't it? But I'm looking forward to that. Big sigh moment, but World of Warcraft Legion will probably be. That's comes before Street Fighter 5 actually.
Is it?
Just is at the bottom of my list. Yeah, it's got to be. It'll be exactly the same as all the others, and I'll love it.
You drink it to suck you back in?
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. And all of my mates who love to slag it off, like I do, same as most people with Call of Duty, they'll all get it as well. Yeah. And they'll all resubscribe. Yeah. And then after a few months, they'll all stop and say, "Oh, this game's fucking shit. I can't believe I pay for this every month."
Can't be asked it. So what do you think? Is this? Excuse me, but this is an expansion. This is the next big, World of Warcraft expansion. Yeah. What is it typically? I mean, I've said I've never played. I played a bit of Guild Wars, racked up about 20 odd hours in that, and then dropped it. What will this offer players that either are playing it now still, or that haven't played it in a while, that will suck them back in?
So I don't know if there's going to be anything new.
Yeah.
As in a new mechanic or something. But what would always come in the expansions, I think it's been about 5 or 6 now. So you get increased level cap.
Yeah.
By 10 levels.
Got to do that.
You'll get new dungeons, new raids, new gear, new quests. That makes it sound quite dull, but that's the basis of what you get.
That's the DNA of it. That's how they work. That's what the game relies on. So
pretty much. But then you sort of, my social side of it is all people I know anyway, and I sort of see at least once a month. Whereas a lot of people will go back. You go on there, and you get a load of classics or whisper, like the old Dutch and whoever else, Swedes normally. I've got a few people now I speak to, and they're all like, they've all been on it like non-stop since you stopped playing it a year ago.
They're still there.
Yeah, but no, it's good. I do like it. We'll probably stop after 6 months, but yeah, that 6 months is always really good. I love the raid. It's still the best game you can play on multiplayer with 25 people in one group. Yeah. If you've got the time.
Yeah.
In my opinion, of course.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Staying on World of Warcraft, is there ever going to be a time where we're going to see a WoW 2?
Well,
has it got to that stage yet? Are you feeling that they maybe should, or do you think they never will? Just keep expanding it?
I think until it really dies down, I think there'll still be another couple of expansions.
They've still got millions of people subscribing. They go, this is bad news for us. Like, they've still got fucking like 5 million.
Yeah, that's it.
Or whatever it is. That's loads of money still coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it went down to, well, it might have been 5 then, but I think the high was like 20.
Yeah.
Scheme. But when this expansion comes out, it just say it's 5 now.
Yeah.
It will go up to 12 when the new, but without a doubt.
Really?
12, yeah, definitely. It always does. And that's $9.99 a month. 12 million people. And then you got people going, oh wow, shit now. Why aren't they making WoW 2?
Yeah.
I have been guilty of it, but that's why they're not making WoW 2, because
there's still
and also, of course, when they do a new one, it's people have to upgrade their PCs and stuff.
Right.
It would dip in subscription, of course, but yeah, they will have to at some stage. But as I said, the graphics doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's all about the gameplay.
Yeah.
Obviously not got great graphics, but
I don't think they're even that bad. I don't think they've aged as bad as what some other games that are like that old do, because I think the art style was quite clever.
Yeah.
The way they've put it together. It's not looking for that photorealism, so it doesn't age as badly as what other games that try it do.
Well, I mean, it's had a few upgrades anyway. That, a little bit probably.
Yeah.
It's a bit smoother. Obviously, up resolution and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about the gameplay anyway, and the multiplayer with Warcraft.
So we've got that WoW expansion. What else we got on our Dave Salmon 2016 game shopping list?
So big game for the Xbox One, Gears of War 4, definitely. Quality games. My favourite games on the Xbox, without a doubt.
Are you confident it's going to come this year?
No.
But, can't be, can you?
No.
Everything gets pushed.
Exactly. But I typed something on Google and it came up games that are being released this year, and it was on there, so
yeah,
I thought I'd stick it down. But
yeah,
I know you've already spoken about it, but yeah, I played with you a little bit, Gears, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think we tried that, the final boss on the hardest difficulty for ages.
Yeah.
I don't think we did it.
No,
I did it eventually. But I don't.
Yeah, I don't know with Biff eventually, but yeah, it was Sergeant Ram was causing problems that time. Yeah. I remember doing it really easily. I don't know how we've done that. Like, I think it's a bit of a luck. Yeah. We had quite a lot of those bows on it, but yeah, they have penned it in for this year. They'll want it because like Halo, that's another one of their big ones.
Yeah.
And
it should have come out already. That could have really boosted their sales. It's such a good franchise, I think. I didn't play the one after 3.
Crap. That's the thing now. It's a different team that's doing it. Like Epic have obviously moved on, and they've set up a new studio to do it. So there's always that worry that when there's people that didn't handle it.
Epic not doing 4.
No, they've split off. So that's always a concern.
That is,
because these cowboys might make a mess of it.
You'd think I don't know.
It's like when 343 took over Halo. Everyone went, Halo 4's crap.
Yeah.
Like the studio that's doing this now is called the Coalition, and they were set up specifically to do Gears 4. I don't know who they're made up of, but it's they done the Ultimate Edition kind of remaster, but the groundwork was already there by Epic Games.
I'd like to get that.
I mean, that's going dirt cheap. You pick that one up at any time. But yeah, so Gears 4 hopefully it'll drop this year, because Judgment was a bit of a misstep, and hopefully Gears 4, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with the story. I mean, it's never really been about the story, I guess, of that game, but I remember seeing the demo from E3, looked okay, but didn't really blow me away. I was kind of like, I'm getting the feeling we've done all this before. Can I do it for a 5th time? Because I played Judgment.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a worry, that one. I kind of wish they'd done a new IP, but they're going to go with the established stuff because that's what brings the punters in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Any other titles on there?
I've got both Final Fantasies, so I think it's 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
is that going to come this year? I mean, they said it would, but
well, I think there's more chance of that coming than the remake.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The remake's supposed to be coming this year, isn't it?
I'm not having that.
No, see, I didn't think it was, but on that list I typed in earlier,
it
came up.
They said it would, but I'm not having that.
No,
that's getting pushed in it.
It's been like that gameplay trailer was minor. There's hardly anything on it.
Yeah,
that's probably was caused everyone to moan about the battle system.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Because I know you're a big fan, obviously, Final Fantasy 7. You said it's one of your best game ever.
Yeah, probably 7 probably is. Yeah, with Mario 64 probably is.
Yeah.
But I think they're all pricks, really. I think it's fanboys who are like.
Oh, the people that are moaning. I thought you meant the people making it. I was like,
no, I think they are. I think it needs it. I would love to have seen it because I love the old battle system, but
yeah,
it's a reason they're doing it. They're not thick.
Yeah.
And they know what they're doing, and I don't think many new people like yourself would have liked the old battle system because it is dated.
Yeah.
As much as I like it, it is dated.
I mean, this is the way I look at it. I think if they had the horsepower to do a real-time battle system back in the day, like it seems to be like now, I think they would have done it. I think they were turn-based was what all the programmers could do with what they had in front of them. Yeah. So that was the way to do it. And yes, they done a very good job of it. But had they had the option, I kind of think they would have gone right. Let's do it in real time as much as we can. Turn-based was kind of just they were hampered by what they were programming, which was the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
So I mean, that's not look at how much things have come along since then.
Yeah,
and,
it looks amazing. The trailers are so good.
Yeah,
but again, coming from a fanboy, it's always going to look great. So you might just die another okay game to you, but does look great. You bought 7, didn't you? You haven't played it, have you?
Nah, not yet. I mean, again, it's a tough one to get into, isn't it?
It'd be interesting to see how you get on with that though. But give it a couple of hours. It might be at first, you might be a bit like. It's a bit rough, but I think if you give it a couple of hours, and then if you think it's still shit, then obviously knock it on the head. But it'd just be interesting. I've never known anyone who's tried it now for the first time. One of the Final Fantasy games, but that is definitely the one to do.
Yeah, I will definitely try and look at doing that throughout this year. Is there ever a concern that, say, if they both did drop this year, 15 and 7 remake, that they're kind of going to step on each other's toes? You as a fan, they're big games.
Yeah.
Big investment there. Say if one drops in the summer and one drops in the autumn, is that going to be a bit overload? Are you going to be happy having two lots?
For a normal person, yes. But
for you,
I'd probably buy them both anyway. Yeah, But it wouldn't surprise me if either of them got bad reviews, though. To be honest, they didn't used to. But the last single player one, which was, I get confused now because they've got a couple of MMOs as well now.
Yeah,
I think it was 13.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. It gets a lot of stick again because it wasn't like the old ones.
Yeah,
so it got a lot of stick. It wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't brilliant. So it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't review really highly, but I hope it does. Both of me.
What about the episodic direction they're going for? Remake.
Not that.
It's not about Telltale, is it? It's going to be like a good 30 hours, I'd imagine, 20 hours in that first slot. And they're saying it's because it's too big, they can't do it. There's going to be too much there to do to try and
believe that.
Cram it. Well, no, I don't think anyone believes that. I think it's more to do with time. Like if they wanted to do it all, it's going to take them 5 years nearly.
Yeah.
Whereas this way they can eke it out, can't they? Yeah, over like those 5 years, but give you something every 18 months.
Yeah, it doesn't. I would have rather it had been one big thing, of course, but no, I wouldn't complain about it. Like you say, if you are a bit busy, then great, get a bit done at a time. That's the one thing that gets me. Like I've just done this Wolf Among Us. I'm on episode 4 now out of 5.
Yeah,
and I sort of think they're quite short each episode.
Yeah, they are.
Would I have been bothered if it? I don't know how long the gap was between the next one, but I don't know if I'd have been bothered to get the next one if I did that.
They had a nightmare with Wolf Among Us. I think episode 1 come out whenever it did, and episode 2 come out like 4 months afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't planned, so it must have gone wrong. But I've been playing those games since they were first episodic, and I do get annoyed at the gap sometimes, but usually it's worth it, except for Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
then that definitely isn't worth waiting. It wasn't worth waiting for.
Yeah, I remember you saying on there.
They've they're normally okay. I mean, the good thing about the remake is, as I said, it's going to be 20, 30 hours. It's not going to be an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah,
like you're going to have a full game there, give or take. Whatever you class that as. But yeah, I'm looking forward to 15. I must say,
and see what you get it. Well,
I think so.
It'll be on PS4. If it's not multi, it'd be on that first, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it looks, from what I've seen, it looked really good. And I'm thinking it's a good time to jump in, and hopefully, it ends up being a good entry into it. But we'll see on that. Yeah. Any other games before we move on to Nintendo?
Yeah, I have got Doom on there. Not too much to say about it. I've only watched videos of the beta. I tried getting on it.
Yeah, I tried as well.
But we didn't mention the new Zelda. I did have that as well next to Twilight Princess. I do think that will drop.
On the
Wii U.
Needs to, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, the Wii U, really, I'm not sticking up for it. We know I love it, but it's done terrible. But the Nintendo cycles are quite short, and I think it's maybe it's a year behind the average, but it's been the worst console, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
GameCube.
No, it's worse than that at the moment.
Yeah, it's probably going to stay worse than that then.
Yeah, they ain't picking up any
it does well
steam.
in Japan. They send you a thing about it in Japan. They were like, they smashed it for Christmas. Everything. It was all 3DS and Nintendo. Like, they can't sell Xbox One for shit over there.
No, they sell like 200 a fucking month or something like that. It's pathetic,
Funny,
isn't it?
But yeah, they're. I do think it will drop the new Zelda, but. The new console and the NX, what's going to happen with that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's my next question. I mean, as I said, with Nintendo, you're an unashamed fan of there. Are we going to see the NX this year? And if we do you think that spells the end of the Wii U?
Oh, it spells the end of the Wii U, yeah, but I don't think they're making games for it now anyway. Well, no, sorry, I think they're finishing the ones that are in development now.
Yeah,
can't see. I think after that will be some crappy ports. So there'll still be some. If they're made by Nintendo, there'll probably still be some good ones. The ones that are in development now. But yeah, after that, as I say, if you look at this year, what was made, the few games that were made and they were all by Nintendo were good.
Yeah.
And I just think it'll be the same this year. And then when that NX comes out, I think that'll be it. Because I don't think it's going to be backward compatibility.
You don't think so?
No, but everyone's got their guesses, and that's all.
Yeah.
It's not even an opinion. It's
no, it is guesses. It's a massive guess.
Yeah, I'm worried about it, but I think it's going to do really well. I think they're going to smash it. Profit wise, I mean, like money.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be another Wii U. I think it'll be another Wii, as in sales. Maybe not straight away.
No.
But I just think they'll go down a completely different route, and it's like this mobile stuff.
Yeah.
That's going to take off because. I think they're. You know more than me about all the other ones, but in my opinion, they're probably the best games company for making games. Nintendo. So if they did that on smartphones, everyone's got a smartphone, so everyone's going to buy it because it's going to be really good. Just like if they've done it on a Sony, everyone's going to buy it.
Yeah.
They've all got PlayStation. No fucker buys it on the Wii U, even if it's brilliant, because they haven't got one. So I do think that they'll. I'm going on the mobile now, but with the NX, I still think it's going to be a bit of Nintendo in it, as in the silly controller things like that. I still can't see them bringing out. I don't really want them to. I'd like them to bring out an N64 equivalent controller. That's like it's a bit crazy, but at the same time, it's
still functional and works.
You can still play any kind of game on it, just that you could on a PlayStation one.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about motion. I think that's going to go.
Right.
Because they said, I can't remember exactly what they said, but they said something about it, like on the lines of that we're completely off Wii, like as in Wii and Wii U.
Binned.
So it is going to be very different, but I'm not going to make too many guesses on that. But that's what I think it will be with a controller. But I think power-wise, I think it will be just the same as these two. It won't be better, but it can't be worse. It's got to be the same at least. So you say they've been out 3 years now, these two? They are two.
They will be by the end of this year,
Yeah, so, it needs to be at least as powerful as them. Which I think will be good enough for Nintendo.
Sure.
But I'm not really too sure what else to say about it.
No, I mean, do you want the NX this year, or are you quite happy with the Wii U for another couple of years?
I always want new hardware. I'll have it, and I'll buy it if it can. I won't buy it. I won't pre-order, not knowing what's coming. But it probably doesn't even need 3 quality games for me. If it came out, it won't. But if it came out with like something on the level of Mario 64, which I still think is the best launch game ever, I'd pre-order it.
Or if it come with Galaxy 3,
I'd pre-order it.
And the port for the Wii U Zelda.
Oh yeah,
that's a good lineup, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. But I mean,
I'll probably get one.
Yeah, I'd definitely do that. I mean, pricing and all that, but there's no point in going into it all because who knows? But I really don't know what they're going to do. They keep saying all these rumours about being able to walk
on the go. Yeah,
I know about that. I don't think people are that bothered about it.
No, we'll see. Well, maybe we say that now, and then it sells like hotcakes because people find that that's a good way of gaming. Are you switching off the NX? I mean, I don't think the NX is going to be linked into the mobile thing they're doing. I think it's going to be separate, but it seems like there's going to be an element of it where you take it on the go, maybe like a handheld, like the gamepad or whatever. Is there any concerns that with the NX and with Nintendo going into mobile games this year, and I know that DNA are doing a lot of the game stuff for the mobile stuff platform, but do you ever worry that they could be spinning too many plates at once at this stage, because they're trying to develop a new console, they've got this deal with DNA to produce games and whatnot, they're obviously going to be putting resource and time and money into that as well. Is there a worry that there's a bit too much going on for them to handle, and let's not forget the 3DS? You're still churning out games.
Well, I think the only thing that would affect you'd have to say is the 3DS. Being handheld, it's like the only reason I'd get my 3DS out is to play Zelda, is to play Mario. Yeah, so if I can, but then I don't think that's the sort of thing you're going to be doing on the mobile anyway.
No, I think they're going to be like
crap. 2D Mario would be rubbish on the mobile touch controls.
That's dreadful. Yeah.
But that Pokemon Go, you mentioned that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Someone did. If that works, and again that's another thing, I think that would be brilliant. I still don't really know, but I get the impression that you sort of walk out with your phone, and you walk somewhere,
go to the co-op.
Go to the co-op, and on your screen there's like it'll come up. There's like I can't think of one,
like a push notification or something.
Like he's in that area. And then you can get it up, fight it, and catch it. I don't. That's my guess. That might be well out of line there.
No, I think that's what I've gathered.
Yeah, it's going to be free to play, so I really think that will take off, and it'll be one of them things. You have to buy balls, I think, or something. Like everyone will do it. Well, everyone, of course not, but a lot of people will definitely get that, and even clowns sitting on a train and things like that. As long as people can't see you on it, that's the big thing. Because people are. I don't care anymore. I got over it years ago. But people will be too ashamed to say, "Oh, well, I've got Pokemon Go on my phone." People on the train to work in their suits and that. Got a girl next to them, they sort of go to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
But it'd be great. I mean, how good would that be? Yeah. I think. But I used to love the Pokemon games. So.
Well, yeah, I did. I've read on the Game Boy. That's actually the only one I ever end up getting. But I spent hundreds of hours, maybe not hundreds of hours, but I certainly spent a lot of time in there. I had the guide, I had everything. I knew everything about it. How to glitch it and get all the higher leveled bloody Pokemon, all the weird looking ones. How to get Mew, all that. And it was a fantastic time. I hope it's going to be good. I mean, when it comes out, I'll certainly have a look at it, have a go at it. I'm not one really for games on a tablet, if I'm honest, unless it's like a quick like throwaway game like Hungry Sharks or something like that, or like that Trials game, Hill Climb Racing. But if it's something easy to do, which is the key, and I haven't got to feel like I've got to have it on all the time and play it all the time to like keep pace of it, then that'll be good if I can just dip in and out of it. And if it's not all location based either, because I don't like leaving the house sometimes. I don't want to walk down the road and find Pikachu. Yeah. If I'm honest, but
well, yeah, that's if it's like that. Who knows? I think it's interesting, but importantly for them, I don't think I'm going to be all over it. Like going on the App Store and spending loads of money on. I haven't got any games on my phone. I don't think. I've got any now.
Get rid of them all.
Yeah, well, they're just shit, isn't they? Like you say, most of them. And I'll probably get a couple of these when they come out, just because it's Nintendo. But I don't expect them to be good. I just think they'll sell really well because it's Nintendo and everyone's got a smartphone, basically. Yeah. And they'll do like. Well, I don't know if they will, but they could just do a game and put Mario's face on it, and the kids will buy it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cool.
But yeah, let's hope it's better than that.
Yeah, no.
It wouldn't surprise me.
We'll see. This is going to be a very interesting year, that's for sure. But I think it's about time we wrap this up. If you guys want to get in contact with us, you can do. You can tweet us at Dimp Digital. You can like and post to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Dimp Digital, or email us using dimpdigitalmedia@gmail.com. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. And if you have got an Android device, then you should download Player FM. It's totally free and it will connect you with podcasts from all around the world, and it's a great podcast app where Dimp Digital is actually one of the featured outlets on there, so they've got good taste there. And finally, do not forget about the Dimp Digital YouTube channel. We do have some fantastic video content going up all the time. Head over to youtube.com/Dimp Digital and subscribe to that. That's it for now, though. Game over. It's goodbye from Dave.
Cheers, Joe.
And it's goodbye from me, Apps. Thanks for your time, and ta-da. If I just put The Force Awakens like a lie, that'll get loads. People click off it immediately. They're like, oh, fucking hell.
Oh, let's give that cunt a hit.
Yeah. Silly fuckers.
There is things like that, aren't there? I've done it myself. Clicked on something every night. You some sort of cunt. I actually look.
Cut out. This is disappointing. Oh, Jesus, what's going on here? Jesus, fuck. Something's absolutely gone wrong here. Never heard this before. Hold on while we try and get the call back. What the hell is going on here? Bin this. Ogsworth. Cat.
Fucking thing. I've covered the power button up now.
I didn't even. How did it manage that? Where's this power button then?
It's on the top of the PC, and they jump on it and push it.
What, top of the tower, is it?
Tower, yeah.
Oh, right.
I've put it. I normally have something on top of it, a hard drive, but I used it a minute ago.
Left it open.
Straight, yeah. Okay, now it's sitting on the top.
Is it?
Waiting a bounce, yeah.
Probably scratching the face halfway through.
Fucking would I kill him.
Didn't even know you had one.
I got two.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't used to. One of them's baby still. This little prick's about 7 months now.
Is he?
He's alright, but the piss sometimes stinks on the carpet. Like,
yeah.
New house after it flooded. So it's going well.
It's not what you want, is it?
Nah, definitely not. But it smells really nice though. So it's all
he
right.
might fuck off one day to another family and do it to them. That's the thing with cats. They do just sometimes just disappear.
Yeah, they're still at the stage where they love us at the moment. And I don't get a bit older. I don't give a shit about us.
Nah, whoever feeds them.
Where's my food, you little cunt?
Yeah.